All right. Turn to your neighbor and say, he's back again. That's right, I'm back. Here to give you some words of wisdom, some gems. Here to bring the game. Here to bring that information once again about that fitness that's going to change your life. Today I'm going to talk to you about a concept that really, really helped me. It's the main reason that once I submitted and committed myself to the gym, that it was relatively easy to get to where I am now. And that concept is called the self-image. Um, One of the greatest books ever in life. Matter of fact, I think all self-help, development, all that stuff descends from this book here, Cybernetics. Anything with anything dealing with visualization and theater of the mind is a direct concept of this, and everyone has their own little concepts that they thought of that really just came from this book. I highly recommend that book. It's by Dr. Maxwell Maltz. I also highly suggest a companion book of called Zero Resistance Selling. You may say, Bill, I'm not a salesman or a saleswoman. We're all salesmen. We're all salespeople. We're selling our concepts. We're selling our philosophies and ideologies each day, whether you do it for profit or whether you just do it casually just to do it. Just you're selling your influence. Basically, you're trying to impart your thought process on somebody and get cooperation and have your way. So, but with the self image, right? When I was a kid, and I credit my father for this, one of the things that I would do, we'd watch like action movies, right? Whether it was like Bruce Lee, Chuck Norris. I must have been like 3, 4 years old. Bruce Lee, Chuck Norris. Might have been, I swear I watched a little bit of Conan when I was a kid, but anything that was like big action. Um, from that, later on, developed my love of comics and just fiction, like whether it's anime or anything like that, even video games, just great stories. I've always liked stories of people doing the impossible, right? So that is always how I saw myself. And the hero was what? The hero was a man. He's a fit, strong man, right? So that is how I always saw myself in the back of my mind. Even when I was a kid, I saw myself as this fit, strong dude, right? Even when I was a overweight, out of shape, fat child to a student, all that stuff in the back of my mind, I saw myself as strong. And I told myself, one day I'm gonna look like this. One day I'm gonna look like the dude in the comic book. One day I'm gonna look like an anime character, a video game character, all the great characters. One day I knew I would do it, right? And that's just really because of the picture, of the picture I had in my mind. So when I finally started my fitness journey accordingly, it wasn't hard. Like as far as like sacrificing food and making changes in my diet, that wasn't hard because I just knew what had to be done. Like I said, I knew what was needed so I wouldn't be defeated. I always had that picture in my mind before I started. So, how did I start? Went to the gym. The long and short of it, and we'll get to it over these numerous videos. I went to it and I just stuck with it each and every day. What I used to do before, I used to actually just sit and watch nutrition videos. I used to climb the steps in the house where we lived. I would climb the steps, literally climb, and I would just look at nutrition videos. I would just watch stuff. So I kind of had an idea of what to do. But really, in the back of my mind, it's just how I saw myself, right? So I saw myself as this character, and fitness is a journey. So imagine you walk into a house with many rooms, many doors, and you're looking for you. You may say, I'm right here. No, you're not. You don't even know who you are yet. If you're not in shape, if you've never seen any true muscle definition, if you've never seen any abs, right, you don't even know who you are yet because you haven't even attempted to find out what you're made of, your best you. So I want you to imagine and visualize that you're running around in a museum, a house or a building, all these doors, and you're opening doors, and you're looking for yourself. You're looking for yourself, right? You're just like, all right, I don't see me. I don't see me up there. And then one day you open the door and it's you, right? Not you in the current, but you in the now. You understand why I said that? Because if you look at Hebrews 11:1 in the Bible, talk about now faith. So you open the door and you see you in the now, you in the future, the you that you want, right? The you behind that door is the fit you, the strong you, the lean you, the powerful you, the athletic you. And by the time you close that door, when you look at your hands, that's you. So I want you to envision that task. open the doors and look for you. So fitness is all about finding that inner you, that powerful, that heroic you. And this book talks a lot about self-image psychology. I'm gonna let you get a look at it. You should go get the book. I don't get any money if you would get this book. I should, right? But get this and Cybernetics because it's a companion book. But it's not just like a book. It talks about all the prescriptions and perceptions and exercises that you can do. Perceptions that may have came about when you were a child, something that happened to an authority figure. So, and it helps has you question, why do you think this way about yourself? Why are you a person who doesn't have any discipline? Why are you a person who can't put down the food? Why are you a person who thinks it's the most difficult task in the world to go exercise? Something that's really just easy as breathing air. When you really think about it, we're all meant to move. You're not really meant to just lie down and be sedentary. You're meant to move. You're meant to exercise. You're meant to eat healthy. Like I said, homeostasis is kind of like the will of God for your life in the physical. With homeostasis, you're in perfect health, right? Again, these aren't magic. Abs are just the result of just do me doing what I'm supposed to do. That's it. Turn to your neighbor and say, he's just doing what he's supposed to do. It's special, but it's not special. Not special meaning that everyone can do it. It is special that everyone doesn't do it. But with the self-image, your self-image is an education, it's a collection of things in your mind that cause you to think and behave the way you think. The self-image is so powerful that even athletes use it. You may have heard of athletes being in a so-called slump, but they change that picture because they have a picture in their mind of what it feels like to be victorious. I bet you, like famous athletes, they have pictures in their minds of how the shot is supposed to go in. It's a couple golfers that they illustrated here too, golfers, baseball players, and they illustrate in their mind the technique that they use for golfing. And that technique, that mental regimen is just as important as the physical regimen, right? Because often your body does not know. Let's just say you saw a bear, right, from far away. You saw a bear and you got scared. Your central nervous system went into fight or flight, right? But what you didn't realize that wasn't a bear. It was just a man or woman dressed up in a costume that was far away. But your central nervous system, your brain, your subconscious, did not realize it was fake, right? So your body and your brain, you responded and acted accordingly. So that's kind of like what the self-image does, right? I'm not doing it justice by just talking about it. I haven't read the book in a long time, but I definitely think I encourage all of you to get this book. You know, let me know that you bought it, and we'll all read it together because it's a fantastic book, fantastic concept. As much as I did it for fitness, I really haven't even utilized half of it. Is that powerful? But it's really cool. It just goes into, like I said, why we think the way we think, and that why we think the way we think is how I thought the way I thought when I was able to get in shape. Like I'm telling you, it wasn't really hard. All it took was time. It may have been challenging in terms of sometimes actual exercises. When I mean challenging, I don't mean difficult challenge. Challenge, oh, this is physical exertion. This is going to take some time. But it wasn't like, oh my God, I'll never do this. Hell no. Nah, I knew I was going to do it. I saw myself. It was just me looking for me, having that powerful image in your mind. A lot of you have already been defeated before you started your task of fitness. You've already given up. You don't even see yourself as in shape. You just see yourself as just some big fat person, some big unhealthy person. You were never meant to be that way. You were never meant to be unhealthy. You were never meant to be out of shape. Did you know that God specifically designed you being able to be strong, being able to eat healthy? Your organs and stuff in your body are designed to eat healthy food. When you eat healthy food, you feel better. Your brain is developed. Your eyes, your hair grows, your skin, right? Everything is developed. There are many people out here who, because of their unhealthy diet, they're dysfunctional, right? It may be you listening because you're big as hell right now, right? You're unhealthy as hell right now. You're out of homeostasis. So, but at the same time, you let a thought dictate in your mind who you were. Instead of you telling that thought, you telling that authority, you telling that person who you were, you let the outside come on the inside and corrupt the inside and respond from the outside of what you should be. I'm here to tell you that it doesn't have to be like that. When I first started, I was 309 pounds. And that was because I had surgery, I had a foot amputation, I gained an extra 20 something, 22 pounds, right? So before that, I graduated college and I gained weight from not being at college. Meaning, I went to FAMU, greatest HBCU in the history of time, right? So FAMU has a lot of hills. It's a lot of walking. So you will walk as a college student, even as a high school student. You will do a lot of walking. So what happens is when we graduate, we get sedentary lifestyle, sedentary jobs, and your metabolism doesn't slow down. It just shrinks. Why does it shrink? It shrinks because you don't move anymore, not because you're quote unquote old. It's because you don't move anymore, right? So you get fat, you get fat, you get fat, right? And you have this picture in your mind of somebody who's out of shape, destitute, frail. I'm here to tell you that you weren't made to be frail. You were made to be fearless. You were made to be powerful. You were made to be strong. So I want you to take that mindset in your fitness. Yeah, it might be challenging. Yeah, you might be out of breath a few times, but oh well, that's life. I want you to construct the new you. Just like how God said in the beginning, I want you to say, in the beginning. In the beginning, I received the revelation and I created in me a new me, a me that is powerful, a me that is strong, a me that is eat healthy. I want you to see that picture. I want you to see yourself cooking that healthy food. I want you to see yourself squatting that big weight. I want you to see yourself doing whatever exercise that you can do. When I train clients, right, many times I can see them moving a big weight even before they can. I can see it as they do it. So when they finally do it, it's nothing to me, right? Um, what was the movie? Men in Black 3. If you've seen Men in Black 3, there was this multi-dimensional character, and he could see all possible realities at one time. That's what I see when I train clients. I can look at them, and while that may not, excuse me, they may not be doing it now, they're doing it now, just not now. They're doing it sometime in the future now. So I can already look at them lifting big weight. Shout out to my homeboy Dirk. I used to train right before COVID, right before sweating. He's deadlifting. He's doing all these things. I might have told him this too. That I can see him as he's doing it, deadlifting 405. Now you still got to get to that 405, right? You still got to get there. But as your trainer, I have full faith and confidence in my clients that they can do stuff. Full faith and confidence that they can eat healthy, right? No one you're not condemned to a life of not eating healthy. You're not condemned to any of them things. All the things are a byproduct of what somebody told you. You may have had a bad experience, right? But I'm here to tell you we're going to change all that today. You're going to start a new you. Tomorrow when you wake up, today when you wake up, before you go to bed, I want you to start and visualize the new you, the powerful you, the strong you, the incredible you, the superhero you. Whatever that new you is, that new you is going to be better than it is before. And you're going to take that new you, you're going to take that self-image, and you're going to go to work. You're going to start your fitness journey. And you may think, Bill, what exercises will I do? I'll tell you in the next video. But I'm about to go to bed. I hope you learned something. Again, that book is called Cybernetics by Dr. Maxwell Maltz. Dr. Maltz was a plastic surgeon. So he would do surgery for people, and he would notice that some of them still acted like the old, ugly, past version of themselves. Some of you are still acting like the old, ugly, out of shape, fat version of yourself, right? But again, we're going to get a new you that's strong, powerful, athletic, makes right fitness decisions, makes right nutritious decisions. A you that says, I don't have to be ruled by cake and candy all the daggone time and soda and alcohol. You don't have to be ruled by any of them things because you're going to create a new picture of yourself. You're going to sit down, you're going to visualize, you're going to watch, you're going to sit down, and as I'm looking at this way right now, I want you to see that I'm looking at a big TV screen. And in that TV screen is the greatest movie of all time. It's my life. And I'm looking at me do things. I'm visualizing myself be fit and strong and powerful. I'm closing my eyes. I'm looking at myself, walk around. What is it going to feel like? What's it going to, the air is going to feel like when I'm fit, strong, and powerful? How am I going to fit them clothes? How am I going to walk with complete confidence and authority? You're going to do it. Tomorrow you're going to eat something healthy. You're going to put down the cookies. You're going to put down the cake. You're probably going to get you some broccoli. You're going to do it. All right. I will talk to you later on. Have a good one. Sleep well and sleep powerful. Be strong.